All right, let's get one thing straight. You've been walking around hiding parts of yourself because you think they're embarrassing, cringe, or not cool enough. Meanwhile, women are out here wishing you'd stop pretending to be some stoic, mysterious loner and just be a normal human being. Spoiler alert, the stuff you're embarrassed about, she probably finds it adorable. So before you spend another year suppressing your personality like it's contraband, let's clear the air. Stop hiding. Start living. 1. Getting genuinely excited about your hobbies. You love building model trains, or collecting vintage video games, or knowing way too much about World War II submarines. And every time it comes up, you downplay it like you just admitted to a felony. Ooh, it's just a thing I do. It's kinda nerdy. Stop. Right now. Women find passion attractive. When you light up talking about something you genuinely care about, even if it's obscure or involves painting tiny orcs for 3 hours on a Tuesday, it shows you have depth. She doesn't need you to be into cool hobbies. She needs you to be into something. Enthusiasm is infectious. Next time she asks what you're into, don't mumble and change the subject. Own it. She's not judging you. She's trying to figure out who you actually are underneath the cool guy act. 2. Dad jokes and corny humor. You just dropped a pun so bad it should be classified as a biohazard, and now you're apologizing like you just kicked a puppy. Here's the truth. Dad jokes are charming. That groan-inducing one-liner, she thinks it's cute. Women are tired of guys trying to be edgy all the time, like they're auditioning for a Netflix special. Sometimes she just wants a guy who'll hit her with a, "Hi, hungry, I'm dad," and not immediately backtrack. It's goofy, it's wholesome. Even if she groans, that groan is affectionate. That's the, "you're an idiot, but you're my idiot" groan. Stop apologizing for your sense of humor. Be the guy who makes her roll her eyes and smile. That's boyfriend material. 3. Being good with kids or animals. You're at a barbecue and a kid hands you a toy dinosaur. You have a full conversation about whether a T-Rex could beat a velociraptor. Or a dog walks up and you immediately drop to one knee for belly rubs and baby talk. Then you look up and feel self-conscious because that's not manly. Wrong. Dead wrong. Watching a guy be gentle and playful with kids or animals flips a switch in her brain that says, "This one's a good human." It shows emotional intelligence. It shows you're not some emotionally unavailable brick wall. You think it's embarrassing to play with a 4-year-old or talk to a dog like it's your therapist? She thinks it's one of the most attractive things you've done all month. Stop trying to act tough around children and puppies. Just be the guy who makes kids laugh and dogs lose their minds. That's the guy she's taking home. 4. Showing genuine emotion. You teared up during a movie, got choked up talking about your grandma, and now you're wiping your face and making a joke to deflect because God forbid anyone sees you experience a human emotion. Dude, stop. Women do not want a robot. Crying at a movie? That's not weakness. That's proof you haven't been dead inside since 2019. Watching you be vulnerable makes her feel closer to you. She's not judging you for tearing up during Coco. She's thinking, okay, this guy actually has feelings. Next time you feel something, just feel it. Don't apologize. Just be a human being. She'll respect you more for it. 5. Cooking or having domestic skills. You can make solid pasta from scratch. You know how to do laundry without turning everything pink. Your apartment doesn't look like a crime scene investigators gave up on. And for some reason, you think this makes you less masculine. Newsflash. Women find competence sexy. A guy who can feed himself and doesn't live like a raccoon who just discovered electricity, that's attractive. She doesn't want to be your mom. If you can whip up dinner and keep your place livable, you're miles ahead of half the male population who think the stove is decorative. Watching a guy cook is hot. You think it's embarrassing? She thinks it's impressive. Stop hiding your skills. Domestic competence isn't a weakness, it's a flex. All right, quick pause, because if you're sitting here realizing that you've been hiding the exact things she actually finds attractive, I've got something for you. I put together a cheat sheet called 25 Forbidden Signals She's Into You. This is the full playbook. The subtle moves, the hidden signals, the stuff she's doing that you keep writing off as coincidence. Body language most guys completely ignore, conversation patterns that scream interest, and the specific behaviors that separate being polite from please ask me out already. It's not free, but if you're serious about not missing your shot again, grab it. Links in the description. Now, back to the list. 6. Asking for help or admitting you don't know something. You're lost. You don't understand how something works. And instead of asking, you fumble around for 20 minutes pretending you've got it figured out. Here's the reality. Women find humility attractive. Being able to say, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you help? Isn't embarrassing. It's mature. It shows you're secure enough to admit you're not perfect. She's not thinking, what a loser. She's thinking, finally, a guy who doesn't have to prove himself 24/7. Next time you're stuck, just ask. It's called being human. 7. Dancing badly but confidently. You're at a wedding. Music's playing. You start dancing. Not well, but with full commitment. You're moving like a dad at a cookout with zero shame. Most guys would be mortified, but confidence is sexy, even when you're objectively terrible. Women aren't expecting a professional dancer. They just want to see you let loose and not care what anyone thinks. Meanwhile, the guy in the corner refusing to dance? Yeah, he's killing the mood. So dance. Be goofy. Embrace the cringe. She'll join you. 8. Talking about your feelings. You're stressed about work, worried about family, having a rough time. When she asks if you're okay, you hit her with, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Brother, she knows you're not fine. Shutting her out doesn't make you look strong. It makes you look emotionally unavailable. When you open up about what's going on, it builds intimacy. It shows trust. You think it's embarrassing to admit you're struggling? She thinks it's brave. Stop gatekeeping your emotions. Let her in. 9. Being protective without being weird. You walk on the street side of the sidewalk. Check in when she gets home. Offer your jacket when it's cold. Then you second-guess yourself because you're worried it comes off as too much. Relax. There's a difference between protective and controlling. Small, thoughtful gestures that show you care, women love that. It's not about thinking she's helpless. It's about showing her well-being matters to you. Stop overthinking it. Hold the door. Offer the jacket. She's mentally filing you under. Keep her. 10. Just being yourself. Here's the big one. You think you need to be cooler, funnier, richer, basically anyone other than who you are. So you put on an act. You hide the quirks, the embarrassing stories, the things that make you you. Meanwhile, she's wishing you'd drop the act and be real. Women can smell fake from a mile away. When you're constantly trying to impress her, it's exhausting. But when you're just yourself, flaws, quirks, dad jokes and all, that's when she actually gets to know you. Stop performing. Just be the actual version. The one who gets excited about dumb stuff, cries at movies, and makes terrible jokes. That guy? He's way more attractive than the fake cool guy you're trying to be. There it is. 10 things you've been hiding because you thought they made you look weak. Meanwhile, she's been wishing you'd just be real. Stop apologizing for being yourself. Be goofy. Be emotional. Be genuine. Now go out there and stop playing it cool. You're way more interesting when you're not trying so hard.